Hey everybody, what is going on? So, just doing a quick Q&A. In the comments, let me know if it's too windy out here. I'm at a Starbucks right now. But just giving you a quick little update. I've been incredibly busy with building the bus and getting all that. But just give you a little bit of a rundown of what's been happening uh, right now. Jim's the guy that helped me do the roof raise. Uh, we have a plan sorted out to where I will drive to Colorado and help him put a new roof on his house. They are moving into their school bus, and instead of just paying him to help me, I offered to go up there, help him do his roof, uh, and then uh, essentially I would help him there for about a week, week and a half. Fly back to Arizona. We're going up to Alaska for a wedding, and then coming back down to the Southwest. And then I will fly back there, and Jim will help me put in the walls and the cabinets of the bus. And depending on what Wes from Transcend Existence is doing, I have planned to go over to Kansas, and he'll help me put on a roof rack and under bay storage. So that is the plan right now. Still trying to get all of that sorted, trying to get a plan figured out. But literally, the last 2 or 3 weeks I've barely been on this channel, so I figured I would just do a live Q&A. So you have the comments over to the right, you can ask questions there. But I've also been concentrating on the Tiny Home Tours channel because that's been the main revenue source to build the bus. So essentially, whenever the Google AdSense comes in from the Tiny Home Tours, that's when I'm able to go to Home Depot. That's when I've been able to, purchase all the supplies to build the bus. And the channel's been doing really, really well. So I've concentrated on that. I've actually started posting 2 videos a week over on that channel and just trying to grow that. And then once we get caught up with the bus, I'm going to be recording everything with the bus. And once I get caught up, then I'll edit all those videos and then post the build of the bus. So I apologize for the delay. And I figured this would be the best way to give everybody an update to what's going on. So if you do have any questions for me in particular, go ahead and write them in the comments over there. Thanks for everybody that's commented so far. Um, but I did. I have a Facebook group. It's a private group, and I had some people ask some questions on there. And if you do have any questions about the build, what we've been up to, one of the main questions is what's G been up to? Since we've been here in Tucson, she's been super busy with work and trying to build her clients for her health coaching business. And she's been, really enjoying that, having a great time with the health coaching, but it's just taking up all her time. And honestly, I've been the one working on the bus. There's not really much that she can do out there as I'm welding and, cutting into the bus. There's really nothing she can do at the moment. Uh, but she's been busy. She's actually out of state right now to trail race. So she's been just really, really busy. And once, the bus progresses, she'll back on the channel more. Uh, but Waffle's mom too asked if we'll be hitting the road by the end of summer. So I'll actually be, like I said, I'll be hitting the road probably early this week up to Colorado to get done. But like actually us living in the bus to the point to where it's livable, that is the goal. Into summer, if we can get this thing livable, set up with some walls, the insulation, the water hooked up and livable. If we could do that by the end of summer, fall, and then come back down to Arizona, New Mexico, and really start boondocking in the bus, that would be fantastic. And that is the goal. So I'm going to switch over to the Facebook groups. People are asking questions on there. Rav Holly asked, do I miss Zep? I do miss Zep, absolutely, but he's in good hands. Nate, the guy that purchased the bus, I mentioned to it on the channel. He's a kayak guide up in Alaska. Really, really cool guy. So honestly, if I had a group of people where I could line them up and just like pick and choose, he would be the top of the list. super awesome guy, and I'm gonna try and get him to start doing some videos so people can follow along on Zep. But I mean, he's doing work to it. I think he welded in a new floor in the van, so he's actually getting a lot of work done on the van. So that's fantastic to see. Um, John Williams asked, "Is it worth all the work to be building your first bus?" And I mean, I was surprised by how much work it was. I knew it'd be a lot of work, but the bus is a ton of work. But the thing is, I absolutely love it. Like, there are times where I'm working on the bus where I'll just sit down and kind of daydream about the floor plan and how it's going. And I couldn't ask for anything better. Like, some of the happiest I've been in the last 6 months is working on the bus. And it doesn't get much better than that when you're doing something you want to do and you enjoy it and you're building something for the future. I mean, that's the dream, right? So it is a ton of work working on the bus, but knowing the end goal after being able to boondock as much as we do and building something that's specifically suited to do something along those lines, and knowing, I know what the light at the end of the tunnel is. So I, I don't mind working on it this much at all. I'm learning a ton. I'm making great connections. I'm learning from some of the best people out there that are willing to help, like Wes with the fabricating, getting, learning from him, learning from Jim. I just shot a series of videos with a guy up in Phoenix who has a full yard of buses. He's been buying and selling and repairing school buses for the last 10 years. And he's just a wealth of knowledge, and learning from him was amazing. So it is a ton of work, but it's definitely worth it. I absolutely love all the work going into it, and I wouldn't suggest it for everybody. It takes a lot of patience, takes a lot of time, but that's part of it. David asked what the estimated time of completion is. I mean, to livable, we're hoping by the end of summer, or midsummer livable. But I mean, I feel like with projects like this, it's never going to be done. You know, there's always going to be some modification, something else that needs to be done to it. But again, I don't mind it, and I'm actually setting up the construction to where in the future, as technology improves, as we add new things, like for example, on the ceiling, I'm going to have a completely removable panel that goes from the front of the bus to the back, so we can include any type of wiring, any type of technology that we can improve the bus with in the future. So it's always going to be, developing and getting better. It just depends on, how long that takes when it comes down to it. So over here, looking at your questions, DJ Trish asked what color the bus will be. So honestly, I am totally digging the school bus yellow with the metal on the side, like the dichotomy of those colors. Obviously, we can't keep that. I don't know how legal it is, but odds are it'll probably be white. And I'm actually thinking about repainting the metal just like a gun stock metal, like painting it kind of gray, because I like accentuating that it is metal, and I really do like the look. So I'm thinking white on the ceiling, down to the metal, keep the metal like a gray color, and then the bottom of the bus will be white, and then probably paint the hubcaps, not the hubcaps, but the rims white as well. I think that looks so good on that bus, and I'll probably keep the rub bars black. So it'll have the black windows, the black rub bars, the black tires, obviously. And then I want to keep the Bluebird on there as well, like the Bluebird logo. So it'll have white with black accents with gray for the sides of the bus. Josh and Erica asks, how much time do you spend working on your bus per day? Totally conditional. Some days I'll be out there from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Some days I'm out there just finishing a project. I'll only be out there for 4 or 5 hours. And right now it's just the spray foam. So I worked out a deal with the spray foam company up in Phoenix, and I was going to shoot the process of them foaming the company. And then I was going to shoot a whole separate commercial for them. A commercial that won't go on the channel, but a commercial that they can use on their social media or on their website. And I drove up to Phoenix. I was in Phoenix when I got the notification from them saying that their machine broke down and it was in the shop. So tomorrow I'm calling them in the morning, seeing if I'm heading back up to Phoenix. Might stop by Tony's shop again. He's going to look at the brakes of the bus because, like I said before, I'll be driving up to Colorado this week to help Jim with the roof of his house. What's up, Shane? As a formal shop teacher, love your schoolie build. Love watching you learn new skills. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like the RV getting Atlas, where I had no idea how anything worked when I first got the bus and when I first got the RV, and just learned through fire, like born through fire. And I've learned so much. And the thing is, I've only learned go up to Colorado, and let me know in the comments if the wind's getting too crazy. But when I go up to Colorado, I'm going to be working with Jim, putting the walls in, building cabinets. So I'll be learning that skill. And then with Wes, I flew him in, as you saw in the videos, to help me with the transition, the fabricating skills that I've learned from Wes. And then after Colorado, I'll be heading to Kansas if Wes is still there to do a roof rack and underbay storage. So I've been learning a ton of skills, and it's been probably uh, one of the best experiences of my life so far. I would say it's it's exactly what I wanted it to be, and it's been really fun. Pursuit of happiness. I'll be in Colorado 10 days the first time, and then I'll fly back once we get back from Alaska, and then I'll be there maybe a week or so working on the bus with Jim. Uh, Brian, like I alluded to earlier, we'll probably be back on the road into summer. That's kind of what it's looking like now. Uh, will you still kayak and fish? Won't kayak, paddleboard. Definitely paddleboard and fish. Definitely want to do that up in Alaska. What's up, Transcend? What's up, Wes? Trying to talk Wes into doing a mobile roof raise business, so he can drive his rig up to people's places that want to do a roof raise on their bus, and then I can tag along and help him from time to time. But I think that'll take a little bit more motivation to get him doing that. But yeah, if anybody has any questions, go ahead and ask them in the comment section there. But that's essentially what's been happening. I've just been so incredibly busy with the bus, and any of the editing, any of the YouTube stuff I've been doing is just the tiny home tours because the channel's been doing so well. And it's been really great because I have been interviewing people that have built their own rigs. So I'm able to see their rigs and get ideas of, what I might want to do in my bus, because a lot of things that I thought I was going to do changed after seeing other people's rigs and asking them like how how it works for them, and what is a better route to do what I'm thinking. And that's been, amazing. It's been absolutely amazing. Um, AS sorry, there's a diesel going by right now. But AS asked, did we sell Atlas? No. Um, so I did a post on RV Trader, and basically the way it worked out is, cost wise, it was cheaper for us to keep the RV and not sell it than to get a 4 month, 5 month lease here in Arizona. So we've been living in the Class A here in Arizona. Like I said, I have a couple leads, and I told people I'd call them back and let them know there is someone who's actually flying down to Phoenix, and he's going to take a look at it. And if everything works out to what he wants the RV to be, all the pictures, everything I told him about, if that all checks out, he might buy it. And he actually seen the RV on the channel before. So that'd be cool, to the point to where it'd be somebody that's seen Atlas throughout the years would actually buy the RV. But that's not 100%. And there's three other people that I'm going to be calling whenever we do get to the point where we move everything out of the RV, where I'll be meeting up with them, showing them the RV, and if they want to buy it, they can. And then our very last backup plan is to take it to California, where we're going to put it on consignment. Just drop it off at a dealership and let it sell there. Which, I mean, in all honesty, I'd probably get more money for it if I did that. But if I'm able to sell it to somebody, not have to worry about the consignment, not go through all that, just have somebody take it off our hands, I mean, that might be easier. Um, David Reedy said, "Are we going to have a heated floor?" Yeah, so we're going to do radiant floor heating in the bus. And I actually got that idea from Jim, the guy that I'll be heading up to help put his roof on his house. Uh, I was really against it, but after doing my research and learning from people that have schoolies, because what happens is uh, the 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 bottom of their bus, like the first from the floor 2 or 3 feet up, it'll be cold, and then whatever heat generating source they have in their bus will heat the bus, but 2 or 3 feet below that, it'll be really cold. The cold air will settle on the bottom of the bus and the heat will rise. So if you do the radiant floor heating, the heat will actually radiate from the floor and your heating source, and it will rotate that heat so it keeps your whole bus warm. And I'm pretty set on doing a marine diesel heater. So I'll either tap into our tank on the bus, or I'll have an auxiliary tank to feed that diesel heater. And that diesel heater actually has cores in it to where I can run water lines or glycerin lines from the inside of the heater to the floor. So we'll have radiant floor heating, and it's not like a fancy, I need my Tootsies warm whenever I use the bathroom in the middle of the night. No, it's an actual practical way to heat the bus and retain a lot of that heat generated from the diesel heater. Um, Thanks for watching from the UK, Adam. Yes, Kirk, we're doing solar. I have 1,000 watts. I think it's 1,040 watts. Using Easy RV panels, not the flexible panels, and I'll probably be using their 3,000 watt pure sine wave inverter this time as well. It's the same unit that I have on the RV. It's a charge controller, solar controller, and an inverter all in one package, which will cut out a lot of wiring. Just having all that in one box worked well for the RV, so I'm just going to go ahead and roll with that. What's up north? Uh, yeah, and Phil, we're going to put a line that runs through the basement as well, because I'll have an auxiliary 65-gallon tank down there too. So we're going to have two 100-gallon tanks in the rig. So we'll have 200 gallons within the rig. And then I'm going to have an underbase storage 65-gallon water tank. And what I want to do with that is uh, have a water pump. So if we're next to a body of water, if we're next to a lake, if we're next to a creek, I'll be able to put that water pump in the creek, pump water to the bus in that bottom 65-gallon tank, and we can use that for showering. And then whenever that gets algae, whenever that gets dirty, I can just bleach that tank, shock that tank, and then empty out that water, and then reuse that. Uh, Anything else? Is Wes going to get you going on a fireplace? Nope, I'm not going to do a wood stove. I'm going to do a diesel marine heater. And the weather is great where we're at. It's getting hot, and that's why we're actually leaving Tucson. It's getting up to 90, 93 during the day. Now it's nice. It's 10 till 5 right now. So it's nice here in the mornings and the evenings, but the daytime it's getting way too hot here in Tucson, and it's to the point where you can't work on the bus. It obviously doesn't have air conditioning or any way to cool it. So right when I walk in there, I'm almost instantly sweating, which is not ideal when you're working on the bus 10 hours a day. And Dave Reedy asks a question for you and Wes: what gauge steel for the sides and raising the roof? I use 16 gauge. It's held up really well. Um, oh, um, One thing I was going to mention, I did get the bus weighed completely dry, no spray foam. I was going to do a little contest to see who could guess the weight, but without giving it away, the total bus of the weight, or the total weight of the bus. Sorry, it's been a long week. Uh, was way less than I thought it was going to be with the roof raise. So essentially, what it weighs and the total carrying capacity, the total weight of the bus can be 36,000 pounds. Let's just say that I could build the whole interior of the bus with tubular steel and 18 gauge steel, and I would still be under the weight limit. Like it's crazy how light the bus is right now with the roof raise. So that was something that I just got sorted out a couple days ago. But I'll try and do some contest with that. Do stickers or Home Depot gift card or a Visa gift card for the winner, whoever gets closest to the total weight of the bus right now without any spray foam or anything. So any other questions? Like I said, the purpose of this video is just to give everybody an update. I've been I've been so incredibly busy, and the main income generator for me has been the real estate job that I've been doing. Has been pretty decent, but the Tiny Home Tours channel has just been insurance tag CDL Farm as a commercial/private vehicle tags. Google the Vermont workaround. That's how I got my bus registered as an RV out of state. So if you are interested in learning more about that, definitely Google the Vermont workaround. That's been something that a lot of people have been doing, a lot of people have success with. So I highly suggest looking into that. Yeah, so if there's no other questions, I'm gonna jump off here and finish some editing that I've been doing. I just figured I would do 20 minutes, and if this is something that you're interested in, maybe doing every Sunday, maybe jumping on here for 20 minutes or so, just chatting with everybody, giving an update as to what we've been up to. But it's been work every single day. I wake up around 4:45 for my real estate job, go to bed around 9, and every second of the day is just getting things ready to hit the road and get the bus ready. So I appreciate everybody watching. You can leave a comment, I believe, whenever I post this on the channel. If I can, I'm not even sure if I can. You can leave questions down below, and then I can start next week's video with that. So thanks for watching, everybody. Catch y'all later.